word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition, and all that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show, this so perennial. Do this for my millennials, I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show, this so perennial. Do this for my millennials, I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Okay, Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go!
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They're going to sack. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Check 13, check 13.
30, and 80. Oh, 80.
Under crunch, under crunch. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Check 3, check 3.
6-3, 218, chopper.
Check, check, check.
Tight dog, tight dog.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Bring it. Check 26, check 26.
Out of the pistol, it's Bell. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check three, check three, check three. And ready. It's 50, Mike's 50.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Kill.
Darnold from the gun. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Check nickel. Out.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Hands up, 318!
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Hands up, Larry!
Here we go.
368!
SOS.
Now a carry for Bernard.
Check three.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by Brian Poole. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And now to the air, Dalton. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Dalton gives to Bernard. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Dalton to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Bullock's kick is good. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy. You understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch QB drop. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Hey. Red 80.
Now Bell uses the spin. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check my red 80. Jim.
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
We're going to sign. 5:36. I got it. Yeah, lady. Here we go.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins, what an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. After the sack on first down, Darnold. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time, and it's third down.
What's that? 36 to Mike. Oh, yeah. I'm ready. Coming. Mike, 36. Mike, 36. I'm ready. Here I come. Here I come. Hey, exit.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check. Here you go. 368.
Here's Dalton. He'll let this go for the end zone. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, 39 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to throw, Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Watch the run.
Now Bernard. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's got a man, and that's Alex Erickson. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. First and 10 for Dalton. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Tremaine Johnson could not be contained on the corner blitz. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Dalton. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
54. Mike 54. Move. We want it. Come to my world. Hey, look, 3.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. His defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Hey. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Here we go. General West.
Here's Dalton looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check safety. Heavy.
Dalton on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Brandon Copeland with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. And Bullock will put this one through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked out right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go!
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but hold on, you finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
Ready? Check. Ready? Crouch. Young lady. You got the touch.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell.
Check.
Big Andrew Billings there on the stop.
The stop made by Andrew Billings.
Young lady.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
It's that. 61. Matchbox lights. Ready? Ready? Kill. Watch the eye. Recon, 132 fighter. He's checking. Ready? Crash.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Jordan Willis with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there. 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another 1st down with that run.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
At the 33-yard line.
Lady. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off. Here you go. 368.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Dalton. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Green. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. And a Bengal 1st down.
Hands up. 318. Here we go. Can. Here we go.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And a rout is on here in this first half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Okay, double up. Kill. Switch. Man, 80. Shift. Spawn.
Now Darnold. A screen to Bell. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Darnold, and that is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's taken to the 26. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Throwing, Dalton looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Willis. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Dalton sets up play action. He's going to look deep down the field, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green, 34 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's Darnold. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
36 to Mike. Lady. You got nothing. Lady. Let's go.
From the 50, it's Darnold. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Thomas. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Check.
Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And Dalton to throw. Green's got it over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Green once again the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A draw play. Bernard. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Crunch time, defense. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Check 99.
He may try and run for this.
Go, 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 run, run.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. A gain on the play.
Come on, fellas.
1st down, Bengals.
Hands up! Lady! 2 by 2. Move! Ice.
Check, check.
They'll run on 1st down. Bernard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
52, 93, 44, 45.
On 2nd down now. It's Anderson. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Here's Bernard. And an alley to run. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Anderson. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
On 2nd down, Bernard. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
93, 52, 93.
They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Bullock's kick is good, and they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw is Darnold. Crowder's got it over the middle. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Box drop. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Motion.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. O'Neill's got it, complete. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Forget height and catch radius. When you run the fade really well, run down the defender, kind of take him a little bit towards the middle of the field, and then fade to the sideline and give your quarterback some space, it can be executed that well, just as we saw.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you've got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he's gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Undercrush. Oh, lady. Tighten up. Ready. Motion. Buzz.
Darnold from the gun. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
36. Let's get
A first down throw, Darnold. He's got Anderson right side. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Darnold now to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 21. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Second and 9 at the 20-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go. Tight dog. Red 80. Check 26. Watch twist. Red 80. Check 3.
Again, it's Bell. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Now it's Darnold. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jordan Willis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against? The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey. Yeah, fast.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. Bell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Guys, pick it up. SOS. Go team, spill. Quick dash. Come. Mike's 50.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Open man is Anderson. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Showing it.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Hey, orbit. 57 to my son. 57 to my son.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And it is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Bengals will get the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Again, here's Bernard. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Bernard. And some room to work. Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that will extend this big lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message? If you're under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Jordan Willis able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Watch 36. 30. Red 80. The pass. Mike 36. Mike 36.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold got an open man. It's a noon one. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Darnold. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Jordan Willis. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
You draw quarters.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
You can't block me.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
You can't stop me.
Hands up! 318!
57. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Hands up!
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Their season ends here, a tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.